Here we go, here we go. Welcome back from intermission, kids. My back is feeling better after a couple of drinks. That might have a name. Probably with more green chartreuse. What I did is I just made a Manhattan with like some George Dickel rye. Nothing fancy. George Dickel rye and some sweet vermouth. Again, 2-to-1. But I also lined the glass with the green chartreuse instead of putting bitters in the drink. And it might be good with both. Maybe I'll try that while I'm editing. No, very good with just a hint. Yeah. And you know, when you're low on funds, George Dickel's a very good rye. All right. Are we ready for feature 2? The last feature of season 7. And I apologize, I didn't get more vintage porn in the bucket like I said I would. It just went by so fast that I didn't have time. But don't worry. During the off season, while I'm recuperating and I'm off work at the gas station for 4 to 6 weeks, I will do 2 things. I will watch more vintage porn, and I will... Wait. I will watch more vintage porn, and I will finish my autobiography, so y'all can read that. Earlier today, I was working on my first year in the circus. Yeah, back there with Jacko the Clown, and Ernest Keene, Ernie, all the adventures we had with that old guy, and things about my grandpa I wasn't prepared to hear. Yeah, Grandpa Willie. I'm not going to air the family laundry until the book comes out, so yeah, that's where we went today, reminiscing about year 1, which was 1990. Well, end of 89 into 90 with the circus. So there you go. We've covered Philadelphia, talked about Pittsburgh, and then on to, Wait, where'd we end up? In the book, anyway, we ended up in Richmond, Virginia. I got a friend who lives there now. Okay, feature 2. The last feature of season 7, The New Devil, is, fittingly, Good Against Evil. Okay, we got Dak Rambo. Dak Rambo, former porn star? Soft porn, maybe? Alyssa Davalos. I don't know who that is. Uh-oh. 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 It's time for Sabrina to go to bed. And you may know her as Samantha on Sex and the City. Kim Cattrall is in this movie. A little bit before Sex and the City. A terrifying struggle against forces that are beyond evil. Note that this is a TV movie, so this is probably like a DVD cover or something. Yeah. Okay. 1977. So yeah, a little bit before Sex and the City. 20th Century Fox. Big studio, but yeah, TV. I think 1977 is before the Fox channel. I don't know. Directed by Paul Wendkos. Like Winco, kind of. Starring a guy actually named Dak Rambo. That's perhaps a former porn star. We don't know that. It's just his name. Okay. Devil Ways in the Disco Days. You like that catchphrase? We start in the worst depiction of 1955 ever put to film. Suits with wide lapels. Fat knotted ties. Got a big knot like, yeah. Feathered hair. I mean, they didn't even try. And this reminds me. Go ahead and at me. I don't care. The worst period piece and one of the worst movies of all time. Dirty Dancing. Here's the inspiration. So yeah, it's like nobody remembers 1955 or nobody remembers 1961. So we'll just do whatever. Why bother making it actually look like the era? Anyway, a baby girl is born, and after the mother is killed by an evil house cat... I had to do this again. An evil nun whisks her away to be raised by a group of devil worshippers. It's one of those 70s movies. The devil worshippers lurk in the shadows, always there to protect Jessica from harm. And or fornication, because it seems that her destiny is to marry Satan himself, and she's got to be a virgin for that. So yeah, we got to chase off any boys that are trying to steal her virginity. That's later though. For now, she leads a charmed life. Well, with the help of her unseen friends, she lands a cush job in San Francisco as a fashion designer. And there one day, a charming fellow named Andy, Dak Rambo. What's with the indigestion tonight? Indigestion. There one day, she meets a charming fellow named Andy, Dak Rambo, right there, who Rambos her new car with his smooth love van. Oh boy. The two proceed to fall in love, threatening the plans of the devil cult. So what do? They send their army of house cats. To kill Jessica's boss for failing to thwart the romance. That'll show you. Jessica's boss. Ooh. Okay. While scoping out churches for the wedding, Andy's priest notices the evilness surrounding Jessica. I mean, the second she walked in, the temperature dropped in the church and the lights went out. The power. Hello? Before the wedding can go forward, though, Jessica disappears, and Andy finds the church desecrated and the priest dead up in the bell tower. Well, he starts doing some amateur sleuthing. A newspaper article about a child in New Orleans has Andy hopping on the first flight. That's what I would do. There he finds the child's mother. It is a former flame of his. This is all very convenient for the story. And they encounter the priest that Andy's priest had recommended for Jessica. The daughter of Andy's old flame is in the hospital suffering from demonic possession. You got this? The priest talks them into expelling the demon at home. Because, yeah, you don't want to do an exorcism like right there in the hospital. And like the church is probably going to say, what the fuck are you talking about? We haven't done an exorcism since like 1674. Okay, 1874. So you got to do that shit at home. This leads to a laughable copy of The Exorcist at the end of the movie, in which Andy must save the priest's life from an evil pillow. Okay. Man. I'm going to need another drink for this. That is tasty. I'll let you know if I find the drink. I think it's a Manhattan variation, one of the boroughs, maybe a Green Point or something that blends the chartreuse into a Manhattan. Okay. Andy and the priest set out to find Jessica. But who is good and who is evil? The end. What? I wrote here, what? Was there supposed to be a sequel or something to like wrap this up? Somehow we stopped right in the middle of a pretty good picture and reenacted the end of another movie. I suppose I could read more about it, but you know how I am. That's not really what this show is. I probably will for my own curiosity, but like, yeah, we had a pretty good picture going. You know, we kind of wanted to see what happened. And then we like just throw in the end of another picture. What gives, I said here. What gives? Indeed. Good beginning. Good beginning. We had a story going here. Shitty ending. Yeah. Dak Rambo should go back to porno. One. It's a one-ring circus here on Feature 2, and we're finishing the season with a one-ring circus. We'll be back on Halloween, assuming I survived this surgery. We'll be back on Halloween with, I'm not going to pick movies, because maybe I'll have a guest host, and we'll, like, do some kind of marathon or something. So, we'll be back on Halloween with a surprise. Got anything to say, Percival?
All right, I suppose this is what you want me to say. Good night, kids. Thanks for watching.